I want to try something a little silly right now. Silly as in this might be the best or worst decision that I have made with posting anything on the internet. I want to ask the internet what they think is wrong with my car. Because I can't figure it out. Let me give you a little breakdown here. Last year, 2025, roughly, I think this was at the beginning of October, I was playing the audio system in my car to test the speakers for a coworker of mine that was investing in speakers, and I wanted to show them an audio test of what I have, which is a Sony XAV3200AX stereo, which works just fine, by the way, with Scar Audio FSX65s, I think they are. I have all four of those speakers around, and then I forget the name of the tweeters, but I have some tweeters in here as well from Scar Audio, and they work fine for definitely being better than what was in my car whenever I first got it. Anyways, I was playing the audio for long enough in my car without the car running for the car to almost need a jump whenever I tried to start it. And from then on to for maybe a few weeks, maybe a month, the electronics in my car were acting a little weird, as in battery was kind of dying. And it eventually went to the point where the battery did die and I had to drive another car to the Advanced Auto to replace mine. And sadly, it was out of warranty by 3 days. So I had to spend money on another battery with the warranty, which I will be getting. I'll be using that warranty in full. If you ever get a warranty, make sure to write the date down somewhere in case, so that way you don't have to walk into Advanced Auto and spend nearly $300 on one, yada yada. Anyways, I replaced my battery around the beginning of November, and I guess I noticed it a little after that, but my car would have a misfire that I couldn't figure out, and my car would just keep on dying randomly. It would just stall out. So from November up until maybe April of this year, I was doing a little bit of parts cannon. I have replaced whatever parts you could think. I got 1ZZ injectors from a 2008 Pontiac Vibe from the junkyard. I cleaned them out. They were perfectly fine. Spark plugs, brand new OEM. Ignition coils, switching them over. Switching them over from the cylinder that's misfiring with another one doesn't fix the issue. All the ignition coils are working the same. And air filters, everything, air system, mass airflow sensor, yada yada. Exhaust, everything is brand new OEM. So what I'm trying to say is throwing parts at this isn't helping, isn't fixing it. So I think the problem is electrical, in the sense that the battery is fine. I tested it, and they didn't really recommend warrantying it, since it is at Advanced Auto they said it's a fine battery, it works just fine. So I don't know what the issue could be. All fuses and relays are alright. Airflow ratio percentage, whatever live data, for at least from the Blue Driver app, I think it's alright. Nothing like that. Nothing bad there. I don't know if there's one of the larger fuses that you have to screw out. I don't know if I blew one of those fuses. I have no idea how to tell. So I'm just thinking, if anyone has had a similar issue where it's just a cylinder misfire, the only codes that show up are random cylinder misfire P03000 and cylinder 1 misfire 301. Those are the only codes that show, nothing else, which is good. That means my evap leak is gone. I'll show a few video clips, but specifically the 100 mile per hour LED and the 40 mile per hour LED on the cluster are the only ones that flash, and they flash to the engine's RPM on some occasion, and then others it's random. How well, if at all, can we see this? Mile per hour, 40 mile per hour LEDs are the only ones that are flashing. Sometimes to the engine RPM, sometimes not. Third gear. And using the air conditioner, like turning on the AC itself, not just this, well, not this really, but the AC button, does make the misfire worse. Using the electronics in the car makes the misfire worse, is what I'm getting at. Everything air related, other than just like that screw missing, which that's not causing an air leak. All OEM, all functional, all new. The spark plugs, the ignition coils, everything spark related is good. Fuel related, everything at the tank side, everything up here, OEM, good, new, functional. And there aren't any air leaks anywhere. There's no vacuum leaks. There's nothing leaking here. I smoke tested it. Nothing other than oil is probably leaking from the engine. I don't know, but that's not the point. Air, good. Fuel, good. Spark, good. Compression, I can't exactly tell if it's compression without compression testing it, but I can say that putting seafoam spray into the intake didn't do anything at all. And the car does start up quite nicely with the key on 4 sparks or less, but then I think it's electrical. Could it be something like this? Who knows? And already, as you know, the alternator is the working 2ZZ alternator that I got from Norkel. Both the old alternator and the new one are doing the same thing, and that's been fine, by the way. 2ZZ alternator on a 1ZZ, that does just fine. Battery terminal is clean, and then the ground points, both on the frame and the transmission, are cleaned and torqued, and I painted over them because I actually wire wheeled the frame a little bit in that battery terminal video. This is a little bit suspicious because of my soldering work here, but it's also been starting up just fine, so I don't think that's the issue. And even then, whenever I take all of this out and put the engine in there, I'm going to fix that hardness, but I don't think that's the issue. Because if it was the issue, it would have shown up right when I started that, right whenever I made the battery terminal video way over a year ago. That would have been an issue from the get-go if it was. What else am I thinking? I have no idea what this alt fuse does, and I have no idea how to tell if it's blown or not. Oh, hey, look, there's a little bug in there. All of these are just fine. All of these are just fine. As far as I can tell, at least, because I have replaced every single relay just within the past few years with known working relays, OEM working relays, and same with fuses. These are all OEM Toyota fuses, all of them. Long story short is throwing parts at this thing isn't going to fix the issue. Proper diagnosis is needed. I don't know how to properly diagnose an electrical system. The car runs and drives just fine, other than leaking oil from how old this engine is. So that's where I'm at, asking anyone on the internet if they know or think they know what could be wrong with this, or what steps I could take to properly diagnose it. And this is probably going to start up a lot of people in the comments saying this is wrong or that's wrong, or replace this part or replace that part. If I didn't replace it, which I probably did at this point, then I don't know. But to the guy who's going to comment spark plugs, don't. Oh yeah, the ground to the cylinder head and the ground to that power steering part, or the bolts that bolts down the power steering reservoir to the frame, that's also a ground point. Those are fine as well. And yeah, grounds are fine, yada yada, whatever, I don't know. So, other than just this video being a mic test for the Hollyland mic that I got, which I do like it so far, let me know what you think could be wrong or how I should go about diagnosing this, because I am at a loss right now, and I want to figure out what the misfire is before I put a new engine in here, because I'm sure if it's electrical, then the problem is just going to transfer. My phone might have overheated during this last frame here, but I just want to solve the misfire before I put a new engine in here, so that way the problem doesn't carry over to the new engine. And long story short, my car misfires after I replaced the battery because I drained the old one, so I had to replace it. So drain the old battery, replace it with a new one, same battery, same brand, same cold crank amp, and now the car misfires.